everybody, and welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast and the shipwreck. We've been wrecked, haven't we?
Absolutely.
We're wrecked. These are the stalwart volunteers of the Care for Cleveleys team. As you can tell, because they've all got the jackets on. So this is Liz.
Hello.
Betty. Hi. Keith. And Brenda's hiding at the back of me, I think.
Hello.
And we've been busy, haven't we?
Oh, we have.
Very busy.
Yes.
We've been busy. We're just recovering at the minute. So we've been entertaining the judges from In Bloom this morning. You might have, if you've been in Cleveland, you've probably seen us wandering around at 90 miles an hour. But I think it went well, didn't it?
Yes, I think so.
I think it went well. So I'm gonna let these people go home and collapse.
Yes.
Nice cup of tea and feet up, I think, is the order of the day.
Yes, that sounds good.
And I'm going to go and show you what we've been showing the judges.
Right.
Come with
Lovely.
me. Come, not you, Dan.
Yeah.
Dan. So my pals have all gone off home, or they're going off home, so that they can collapse and recover from all this week's activities. And this has been going off in towns and villages all over the country this summer, as everybody takes part in Bloom. It's run by the Royal Horticultural Society, so it's a national competition, and towns and villages all weed and sweep and plant and clean and do all kinds of amazing things to make their towns look lovely. So this is Roughly Road car park. I can just hear the faint strains of some busking coming from the town centre, which is just down there. So that's the alley that takes you down into the shops, and this is one of the main access areas into the town, and this is where we started this morning with the judges. So we wanted to show them that we've been working hard to improve the gateways into Cleveleys, because we want you, whether you're a resident or a visitor, to arrive at one of the car parks like this one. There's another two over here. We want you to arrive at the car parks and the bus station and say, what a welcoming, lovely, clean town it is. And I think you would do that. And this is a very long border, and it grows a lot of weeds. And this is looked after by the volunteers. This is all being planted up. We've got little fruit trees. Look, in fact, just to prove that that's a fruit tree, it's had June drop look, and there's an apple just down there that's fallen off. And when you drive down Roughly Road, it just looks so pretty. So that's where we started. That's where we started this morning. So they write down all kinds of things about what we do and how we fund it and how we get rid of the rubbish and how the group's structured and all that kind of stuff. And they score you on a criteria. So they're not, even though it's a competition in inverted commas, it's scored on different elements. So everybody gets a prize, and you're only, if you like, competing with yourself. When this is the Dickens, so we pointed out that this is one of the many businesses that help and support the team, and this is where we meet for our Care for Cleveleys clean-ups. In fact, we've had one of those this week. You'll notice that there's a complete lack of weeds, and special shout out goes to our weed warriors who've been scrubbing the way around the town in the last few weeks. You might remember that a few short weeks ago this was an absolute sea of moss. It was a right pigsty. And we've cleaned all this up. We've cleaned all this up and got it nice and sparkly in time for our new pots to be delivered. Now these are two big wazzers, these, and the idea is that they become a focal point for this little triangle of land, because this is part of the whole welcoming gateway thing. So this is the long stay car park. Roughly Road, where we started, is a short stay one. There's plenty of bike racks if you want to come by bike. And these two plant pots are brand new this year, and they were planted in about late April, early May. you'll see that they're looking rather lovely. Oh look, somebody's popped a rock in here. A smiley rock for somebody to find. These are just planted up with pansies for a bit of colour this year, but these plants are all perennials. Well, the shrubs actually, and the phormium in the centre. So these will give us some year-round greenery and some year-round colour, and they're self-watering. So you notice that there's a hole in the top, and you put the water in there, and it goes right to the bottom, and then it feeds up in through the soil. And a little ladybird. Here's a shout out for the Chip Shop and the Legion, who've both been feeding and watering the volunteers that have been weeding while they've been cleaning and tidying up and putting the bunting up. This was made by Alison from Northfold School, and the planters are brand new here as well. So if you've been through the bus station or you've caught a bus, you might have already seen these, and they particularly liked our bus station planters, and the grasses have got a bit of a right-hand lean because the wind's blowing them that way, but they've definitely transformed what is otherwise a bit of a grotty space. So they've got shrubs in, the ivy's permanent planting, and there's some shrubs in the middle as well, and the grasses are permanent, and then we'll just change the bedding for something else that's seasonal. And then that of course is Princess Road. Oh look, peacocks. Look at the signage on peacocks. That opens on Friday the 7th of July. Now I'm going to take you down to the prom and take you the route that we took the judges. Next stop after the bus station was the seafront, to show them the lovely flowers and the lovely planting in these great big pots. And we were trying to impress on the judges how awful the weather can be. And of course it's lovely today, which is a big relief. We didn't want to be showing them around in the rain. But the weather, as you know, can be horrendous. But look at this beautiful thing flowering, and it's always got bees on it. Look, there's a couple here collecting their pollen and nectar. So we're doing our own little bit for the wild population of the town. There's another one there, look, and another one buzzing about. They're busy, aren't they? Busy bees. And these big pots are adopted. There's one looked after by the Friends of Jubilee Gardens, one looked after by the Russell Beach Group, and another one by the Capricorn Singers. Don't ask me which one's which, but they look lovely. Next stop was across to the clock, which you will see is sporting some beautiful bunting, which has been specially made for it by the Craft and Chat Group at Thornton Cleveleys Library. And doesn't that look nice? Doesn't it brighten it up? And of course the pots were planted last year, and they were paid for by a public fundraising campaign. Now I'm going to get all litterish all over again now. If you come into the clock shelter to sit down, please come and enjoy yourself, but please don't drop litter on the floor. It's really annoying and it's really unnecessary. There is a bin. There is a bin there. Please put your litter in it. We've got a couple of volunteers who are coming in here every Tuesday morning. They're cleaning the woodwork, they're keeping it pristine, they're looking after it and keeping our little jewel of Cleveleys all clean and tidy. And that is disrespectful. Stop it. I'm going to get very cross. And then we've got lovely pretty flowers outside the door. So on our way past we pointed out that all of the benches in Cleveleys have been cleaned and sanded, and we've got these lovely bollard toppers as well. So all these people that are enjoying a sit down in 5 minutes have got a lovely clean bench to do it on. And then you've got your bollard toppers looking all lovely. These are going to be refurbished and some of them replaced. They've got a little mousey on that one, look. And don't forget there's a trail as well that you can take the little kids round. So you can pick a printed one up in the School to Mart shop or in Phillips Jewellers, and it asks you where everything is, and then keep your kids busy for 10 minutes. We've got different businesses that have put their own plants out and jet wash their fronts and their pavements. Loads of little bollard toppers. Look, there's a caterpillar on this one. Oh, lovely. We'll have a sneak peek at Peacock's, shall we? Peacock Stores, you can't read the writing if I do that. Peacock Stores opening Friday the 7th of July. That'll be interesting. It looks very nice. In fact, it looks very like Emco. So they've got all the new fascia and signage up, and it's all been cleaned up and painted. That looks better. Which leads us to the pièce de résistance of the 2023 In Bloom display, which is Mary's Garden. Isn't that a Bobby Dazzler? So we've made that out of pallets that have been donated by Hughes Grey Builders Merchant. Cats Protection have been brilliant and allowed us to use their pavement. And the amazing Avril has crocheted this onto a dummy from the Hounshill Centre in Blackpool. And everybody's stopping to look as they come past. And there's a bit of explanation on the back here. If you're wondering what on earth Mary's Garden is, there's the explanation there that it goes with the story. And it's the Mythic Coast Trail. So these lovely little plants have also been full of, I was just going to say full of bees, and there we go, we've got one right on cue. Is somebody else coming to have a look and see what it is? Don't it look nice? Mary's Garden. And we've got some more planters in the pipeline which are going to come on this section of town centre, because we've finally got consents and permissions for using this bit of land by talking to all the different landowners and all the different leaseholders. I tell you, there's a lot of work being going on in Cleveleys. And can't you tell, doesn't it look lovely? Doesn't it look clean and well looked after? Here's another bit of plastic, look. To be fair, it is a bit like Spot the Litter. I'm going to have to pick that up on my way past. It's no good, it's off in the bin. Which brings us on to the planters, and of course these look lovely. These look lovely. It looks like we've had leaf cutter bees as well, look. Or maybe, oh no, it's got black fly, that one. Good job they didn't notice that. And the notice board, and you'll notice on the notice board there's a thing for donating. So if you're out and about and you want to donate, you can scan the QR code. I'm just hoping my camera don't pick it up. Or you can donate online at ko-fi.com, K for Cleveleys. And all the dates and information are on there about what we do and when we do it. What a lovely place. What a lovely place. So this is all done by unpaid volunteers. We're all working together. A lot of the shops and businesses and local people are involved and joining in. There's a bit more plastic there, look. Do you think I can get that before that taxi comes? Shipwreck is our #1 go-to town centre hostelry, so we've started this video there today. That was a little meeting room in the back area, and there's a beer garden at the back, and that's where we took the judges for lunch. Daniel's got his baskets out and his barrels all planted up. So we also fundraise and put Christmas lights up and do all manner of things. Clock's looking spectacular. It's got a new clock face, look. And unfortunately we've got one, that clock is telling lies. It's half an hour slow. And in order to get that fixed, we've ended up having all the garden dug up. But it looks nice, it looks passable. And there's another bee, look. Goodness, I think we must be running our own. We must be running our own apiary in Cleveleys. There's bees everywhere you look. We're obviously making them all feel welcome. So a big thank you goes to White Council anyway for repairing the clock, and you'll notice as well that they've also replaced the broken bricks, because there were quite a lot of those that were spoiled, and they've been replaced, so the top of the wall looks all neat and tidy now, and there's a bit more litter here. Put it in the bin. Goodness, that one's a Bobby Dazzler. I've not noticed that. It's a dinosaur under a palm tree, look. And it's even got little ladybirds on its tree stem. That's lovely, that one. I love that one. So then we brought them up to the remembrance corner, because you probably noticed that some little red barriers have appeared. If you follow Care for Cleveleys on Facebook, you'll know that these benches are being refurbished. So there's one here that this lady sat on that looks a bit shabby and worse for wear, and there's another one still up here. But the other bench and the soldier have been taken away. So one of the Care for Cleveleys volunteers has blagged a bit of care and attention. Well, I say a lot actually. So the bench would normally be found here, and the soldier would normally be found here. So big shout out for Thornton Sandblasting, and then the powder coating company. Oh, I must admit I have forgotten your name. I'm ever so sorry. Northern Coatings, I'm wanting to say. Don't know whether that's right or not. I'll check and put the thing underneath. Big thank you, because they're going to refurbish the benches free of charge. So when these two come back, that one goes. So we brought them up here. You can see they're definitely ready. They're definitely ready for a clean up. And they were originally donated by a couple who bought and paid for them themselves. There's still a poppy wreath on that one, look. So that's the tour that we brought the In Bloom judges on this morning. Still loads to do. Still loads to do in Cleveleys. There's been such a lot of work done, I can't even begin to tell you. But look how clean it all looks. There's no weeds down this corner. All these bollards were painted last year by Kirkham Prison. And they kept saying, have you done these bollards as well? These bollards have been painted. Did they go all the way around the corner? Have you done all the bollards? There are hundreds of bollards. There's some more over there, look, and it's all being weeded. All the corner has been weeded right up to the crossing at the side of the subway. So if you want to support Care for Cleveleys, there's 2 or 3 ways you can do it. You can come and join in, and it's a lovely group of people. It's really good fun, and we have a right laugh and really enjoy what we're doing. It's a bit like playing out with your mates when you were at school. So you can come and join in. All the information is on the Care for Cleveleys Facebook group. You can also make a donation, because we need lots and lots of money. The next problem is, if I look above me, you'll see that there's a big gap. The next problem is Christmas lights. That's all I'm going to say. Christmas lights, which spells thousands that we need to raise. So you can make a donation and help towards the next seasonal project. And you can also come along and support what we do. So anything that anybody does to help is really welcome and really helpful and really useful. And there's a job for everybody. It doesn't matter whether you're physically strong and you want to come and polish the paving flags, or whether all you want to do is to make a cup of tea and smile at people and be nice. there's a job for everybody. So from the great metropolis of Cleveleys, complete with its own dinosaurs, we will bid you a good day. Don't forget to make sure that you're subscribed. Don't forget to make sure that you've hit the little bell for notifications. Don't forget to make sure that you've signed up for your Visit Foul Coast weekly email newsletter. And of course, follow Care for Cleveleys as well on Facebook. And then you'll find out what we're doing next, because there's loads planned. Loads and loads planned. So from Cleveleys, we will bid you a good day and see you soon. Bye for now.